Welcome to today's video. Everyone, today's date, July 14th, 2026, 194th day of the year. We're going to want to enhance with severe rubber heat and some below average temperatures too for the south. So let's get started. Alright, everyone, so we can see we got an enhanced risk today in New York, some of the New England states, Maine. We can see slight risk in Maine, some of the New England states, Massachusetts. We can see New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts. We got margin risk. We can see New York. We got a margin risk in Idaho, Montana, then typical thunderstorm risk in Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Texas. We can see Louisiana on here also. Then a margin risk in Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. We can see also on here too, guys. Then, of course, we got our wind risk for today. We got a 30% wind risk significant one in Maine, some of the New England states. We can see then a 15% wind risk for some of the New England states, a 5% wind risk for New York, and some of the New England states we can see also. Then 15% wind risk for Montana we can see today. Then a 5% wind risk we can see for Montana. Also, everyone on here too for today for our damaging wind risk today also. So also, we do have a hail risk. We do a tornado risk and a hail risk. We do gotta talk about today also. Let's talk about our tornado risk for today. We do have a 10% tornado risk. We do gotta talk about significant one potential for EF3 plus tornadoes in Maine today. We could potentially see then 5% tornado risk for parts of Maine and the New England states. We can see also on here in New York and some Vermont and New Hampshire, and then 2% tornado risk for New York and some of the New England states. We can see also in Maine on here too, everyone. So we do have a hail risk for today also on here. We do have a 15% hail risk significant one today. We can see also on here significant one potential for large hail in New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. We can see then 5% hail risk for Idaho, Montana, New York, and some of the New England states in Maine. We can see also everyone on here too, guys. I'll just let you guys know there's no severe weather risk tomorrow, just typical thunderstorm risk. So there will be no severe weather risk for up here for today, but I will let you guys know tomorrow there's a severe weather risk for tomorrow. So yeah, guys. Alright, everyone, so this is what our radar projections look like for today. We got to talk about. So I think, in my opinion, this will change a bit before then. So this is what 9 p.m. looks like today. Looks like we have storms in Maine. We can see also on here Canada. We can see in some of outer parts of Canada too. We have storms in Maine also around 9 p.m. But I think these radar projections will change because it's just, so yeah, pretty much I think it will change in my opinion. So this is what 10 p.m. could look like in Maine. We have storms in Maine. Looks like Vermont. Looks like Canada. We can see also around 10 p.m. on here and some rain showers in Canada too. We can see on here everyone. Then 11 p.m. comes along. We have storms in Maine too. And storms in Canada too, and some scattered rain showers. Looks like around 11 p.m. Then midnight we can see we got storms in looks like Vermont, Maine. We can see also on here too, everyone. So yeah, guys. So what midnight could look like on Wednesday, you can see everyone. Then 1 a.m. comes along. We can have storms in looks like Vermont, New Hampshire. Looks like Maine around 1 a.m. tonight. We can see some scattered rain showers in New York also. And some in Canada too. Also, we can see on here everyone today around 1 a.m. We can see also everyone for Wednesday. So yeah. Then 2 a.m. looks like we have some scattered rain showers across New York and some of the New England states. So we just gotta see what this one I'm recording. This could change because I don't know about the radar projections because it doesn't seem like there's much here. So we just gotta see what happens later. So let's move on to our storm cap now. Alright, everyone, so our storm cap numbers could potentially look like at 3 p.m. today. About 3,700 in New York, 3,500 in the New England states, 1,600 in Maine, 2,300 in Massachusetts, 2,100 in some of the other New England states too. We can see Vermont, 3,400. We can see New Hampshire, 2,500 storm cap. We can see also on here. Then we can see Maine, 1,600 storm cap 2 today around 3 p.m. We can see everyone on here. Then 5 p.m. we can have 3,600 storm cap in the New England states, 3,200, Maine 3,000, 1,700, Massachusetts 3,000 storm cap, New York 3,200, Pennsylvania 2,500 storm cap too. Also we can see on here too everyone for today also. Then 6 p.m. comes along, we have 3,500 storm cap in parts of Massachusetts, the New England states 3,000, New York 3,000, Maine 2,800 storm cap, Pennsylvania 2,500, 2,900, New Jersey 2,100 storm cap. You see also everyone on here. Then 8 p.m. this evening, we can see about 2,900 in Maine, 3,100 in Massachusetts, 3,000 in New England states, 2,200, 2,100 in New York, Pennsylvania, 2,800, Massachusetts, 1,100. We can see on here 2,400 too, also in Massachusetts. You can see today around 8 p.m. Then 10 p.m. our storm cap numbers set to go down. We can see parts of Canada, we got 4,000 storm cap, 2,400 in Maine also, Pennsylvania 2,100, 2,200 in New England states. We have Massachusetts 2,100, New York 2,400, Maine 2,700. Storm cap everyone today. We can see also around 10 p.m. everyone. Then midnight comes along. We have Maine 1,700 storm cap, New York 1,700, 1,900. In some spots 2,100 in parts of Massachusetts. We can see also Vermont 2,300 and New Hampshire 2,100 storm cap. At midnight we got 2,600 storm cap. In Maine we can see also. So of course we're going to move on to our super significant tornado perimeter for today now, everyone. Also, all right, so this is what a significant tornado perimeter looks like around 2 p.m. We got looks like numbers of 9 and 10. That's why we have a tornado versus significant 1 today. You can see in New York and New Hampshire, Vermont, we got numbers 2 on here. We can see like 2 and 4. That's why we have like the tornado significant 1 versus scout today. 2 also for Maine in New York also too. We can see around 2 p.m. today also. So then we got looks like 8 p.m. this evening. We can see 10, 8, the pretty some higher numbers on here. 5 in Maine. We can see 3, 4 in Massachusetts. We can see pretty much if 9 and 10 is the highest. That's why we have like a tornado risk out for today. Also 4 and 5 in Maine also too. Then 10 p.m. comes along in Maine. We can see we got 4, 9. We can see 10. We can see also on here Green, Massachusetts. 4 in New York. We can see also around 10 p.m. tonight, everyone. We can see. Then we can see by 2 in the morning, our significant tornado perimeters went down to 10, 3, and 2. Also, we can see on here, everyone, today also. So let's look at our supercell thing today. So our supercell thing is in the moderate range. We can see for today also around 4 p.m. So not the highest for supercells today. We can see 17, 11, 8, 10. We can see also pretty much 50 and pretty much like 30. The 50s like the highest, like worst like number for supercells. 50 is the worst. We can see on here 8, 11. We can see it doesn't. We got potential for supercells, but it's not the highest I've seen before. So yeah, everyone. So everyone. So let's look at our let's take a look at our temperatures for today. See how below average our temperatures are going to be in the south, and how above average our temperatures are going to be in the Midwest and the plains and the Northeast today also. All right, everyone, so this is what our Tuesday temperatures look like. We can see between Ohio, we're in the 90s. We can see Pennsylvania, we can see 99 to 90 to 99. We can see on here these areas can be today 90s in Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, the New England states. We can see Iowa, parts of Michigan. We can even see lower 100s. We can see potentially 2 on here. Michigan Peninsula, we can see in the 90s for sure. North and South Dakota, we could probably potentially see lower 100s too today. These areas, parts of Ohio, I'm going to say, parts of Ohio I seen today, could see middle 90s to higher 90s potentially today. Also Pennsylvania in the 90s, New York, lower 90s we can see there. Also Kansas, we're in the 90s. We can see some spots of Oklahoma. Also too, Minnesota in the 90s too, mid 90s, lower 90s, in Wisconsin in the middle 90s. We've seen some spots too also today in Wisconsin, everyone also. So let's look how above average we are for this area for this time of year. All right, everyone. So this is how above average we are. We can see 5 to 9 degrees above average in Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, but 10 to 12 degrees above average Pennsylvania, New York. We can see that Massachusetts, Maine. We can see we're 13 to 19 degrees above average. Michigan too. North and South Dakota, we're 13 to 19 degrees above average too. We can see also on here too in then our Philly temperatures today could be 100 in Michigan, 90s in Illinois, and Ohio, middle 90s we feel like in Pennsylvania, New York we can even feel like 100 in some spots, New England states we feel like the 90s too. We see Wisconsin, we feel like 100 too. Illinois, we can see 90s. We're feeling like Indiana, we're feeling like 90s. Missouri, Iowa, we're feeling like 90s. Kentucky, we're feeling like 90s. Tennessee, we're feeling like 90s. Also, Arkansas, we're feeling like in the 90s today. Also, we can see on here 2 guys for 5 p.m. Also, everyone today, guys. So, let's move on to tomorrow's temperatures. All right, everyone, so this is what tomorrow's temperatures look like at 3 p.m. We see we're 100 in Pennsylvania, 101 in Maryland, 101 in New Jersey, 102 what temperatures can be tomorrow, Virginia 101, Wisconsin in the 90s, Michigan in 100, Indiana in the 90s, Kentucky in the 80s, Tennessee in the 80s, North South Carolina in the 90s too, Massachusetts in the 80s. We can see New England we're in the 90s too. Also, we can see for Wednesday, then at 6 p.m. we're 101 in Maryland, New Jersey. We can see also on here Virginia 101, Ohio in the middle 90s, Illinois, Indiana in the 90s. We can see Michigan in the 90s for Wednesday too, Missouri in the 90s, and also 90s in Wisconsin. We can see 90s in Minnesota and 90s in Michigan. We can see also everyone on here too, guys. So yeah, let's look at our Philly temperatures. Let's look at our Philly temperatures real quick and how above average we're gonna be. This is how above average we're gonna be for Wednesday at 5 p.m. We see 16 degrees above average and 15 degrees above average in New Jersey, 18 degrees above average. But next we're gonna talk about in about 2 minutes from now we're gonna talk about how below average we're down here in the south. And we can see 11 degrees above average in Massachusetts, Michigan, about 20 degrees above average in some spots. Then, of course, we're going to talk about Philly temperatures. Well, our Philly temperatures can be tomorrow up to 105 in New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, 104, Indiana, 99. We're feeling like Ohio, 103, Michigan, 100. We could be feeling like Kentucky in the 90s, and Virginia, 102. We could be feeling like tomorrow, guys. So let's talk about how below average we're going to be in the south and our temperatures down there and what's going to go on down there. All right, so this is how below average we're going to be in the south today. We see 13 to 14 degrees above average in parts of Mississippi, Alabama, 10 to 13 degrees below average, Georgia, maybe 9 to 13 degrees below average. We can see also South Carolina, 8 degrees below average, Louisiana, 11 degrees below average too. We can see on here for Tuesday at 5 p.m. Then also we're going to shift over to our Texas real quick and see how below average we're there. We're about 18 to 20 degrees below average in Texas. Today at 5 p.m. we can see 15 degrees below average too. Pretty below average for this time of year, I gotta say. But you wouldn't. But what I'm about to show you, like if you're from like the Midwest and the Plains, you wouldn't, or Northeast, you wouldn't expect this to be below average or anywhere. So this is what below average looks like, guys. Really below average. So 80s we can see today at 5 p.m. This is what like considered in the Plains and Midwest. This would be pretty much normal. You can see here in Northeast, so we can see this is below average, low 80s, higher 70s. We can see it's still pretty warm, I gotta say, 80s. So 70s and 80s in Georgia. We can see also Kentucky, North Carolina, and Louisiana today also. So also we're gonna go to Wednesday, how below average you're gonna be too at 5 p.m. We can see in parts of Texas. Wednesday at 5 p.m. we're gonna be 20 degrees above average and below average in Texas, 14 degrees, 13 degrees. Oklahoma, 12 degrees below average. In Arkansas, about 10 degrees below average. You can see we have temperatures in the 70s and 80s. We can see in Arkansas, Missouri, Texas, Louisiana. We can see also everyone on here for Wednesday at 5 p.m. Also, we can see 70s and 80s. We can see for Wednesday evening. We can see in Wednesday afternoon. We can see for this area of the parts of the South, Texas. We can see also everyone on here too, guys. So yeah. Alright everyone, so I'm going to wrap up today's video here. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, notification bell. You never miss a video like this, guys. Okay guys, see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.